Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. So we have the VN server Velara rate up recruitment banner. Now the thing is, Velara on the VN server is going to be nerfed slightly as compared to the Pioneer server. As you can see here, 45% is going to be the maximum amount of stat stealing she will be able to provide for her team. 45% of her own stats. Previously it was 50%. This is basically the major change they have made to Velara. And the thing is this going to make a difference? Is she still going to be important? And I want to talk about that, and I'm going to show you on the Pioneer server right now, the top team for the Dream Realm boss on the Pioneer, which is the Nocturne Judicator, is using Velara. But I think Nocturne Judicator is a very unique case, because in Nocturne Judicator, you guys know you have the Midnight Hunter. You just have to buff him as much as humanly possible, and Velara is going to be the best way of buffing, because she can further increase his attack by a percentage of Velara's attack. And also, she has defense shred. If you take a look here, physical and magical defense reduction by up to 60% with her Simbound Shackles. It's on a 12-second cooldown. It lasts for 5 seconds, but like with enough haste from twins and stuff, you're going to be able to cycle this almost every 5 seconds. And then she has her Supreme Plus to keep giving the bonus damage dealt by your team by 5% once all of the circles are activated. Now she still has the same issue, which is that she takes a long time to charge up her circles, as I'll show you in the replay from the Pioneer server. But then for those remaining 50 to 55 seconds, you're getting a lot of value. 45% stats is still a lot of Velara. It's just a minor nerf, and I just want to quickly talk through which Dream Realm bosses do I think that she's going to be useful in, and which Dream Realm bosses do I think she will not be useful in. So, for example, today they've done testing on VN server on Sigmund. She's not good, and I think she won't be good here because Sigmund keeps stripping buffs from your own team. I would assume that would keep stripping the stat steal, which Velara does to your allies. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, Velara is not working in Sigmund. Nocturne Judicator, based on Pioneer server, she is working, and I think this is actually going to be her best boss, because it's just about buffing up the Midnight Hunter, which Velara has like the maximum, like to an extent, kind of maximum buffs, but also she has a high debuff. And she has that Supreme Plus boost damage dealt by 5%, which is pretty decent. Then Plague Creeper, I think she has potential. Thalassa, definitely potential because long range are good. Crystal Beetle, good because she has energy recharge rate really fast, so she can get it up faster. Elucia, she's not working. Necrodraken, not working because she's stationary. And then Craze Shell Brute, she doesn't seem to be working from the Pioneer server testing. So really, I think it's just potentially Velara may be good for Nocturne Judicator, Thalassa. Crystal Beetle Plague Creeper is kind of undecided, and the question will be, will she be much better than your second best team option or not? That is going to be what needs to be decided before anyone should be pulling for Velara. So basically, Velara has been slightly nerfed. It is not a game-breaking nerf. She's still probably going to have a usage in certain Dream Realm bosses, but I would not recommend people to recruit for her unless you're like a high spender. Everyone else should wait until a full rotation of the boss comes around. We're not going to be able to wait until Endless, probably, for Dream Realm. We're going to have to still see it in pre-Endless, but probably we'll have a full rotation, get at least all the bosses with Velara out, and see which teams is she best in before you make your decision, because she's also going to be a big, and like, if you're going to build her, you need to build her all the way to Supreme Plus. You need to maximize her stats. You need to at least plus 10 exclusive equipment her, ideally eventually even plus 20, because her stat buff stealing effect is going to be based on her own stats. So it will depend. If you give her more exclusive equipment, her stats are going to be higher. That's going to provide better buff for your team. Okay guys, we're on the Pioneer server. This is Nocturne Judicator, which they're fighting over here, and I have a replay from the rank 4 player that we're going to take a look at, and it is of course using Velara. The top team of today for at least Pioneer server is going to be using Velara. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. This is the so this is not the nerf version of Velara, this is the pre-nerf version, but like I said, 50% to 45% is not a big nerf, honestly speaking. I still think Velara will probably be in the top team for Nocturne Judicator at the very least, but we don't know of her being in the top team for anything else. Thalassa, she looked good and promising, but no, like, isn't decided yet. So you're going to see it here. She charges up 3 circles, 64 seconds left. Around the 55-second left mark, she's going to have all of her 4 circles activated. Then they're all going to coalesce and have a map-wide buff. And I think this is when the stat stealing is going to go into play. And now she has her maximum value set up for her team. So this is the time it will take for Velara to fully charge, but even despite that time, she is still the best supporter for Nocturne Judicator specifically. But we don't know if it's only for this specific boss, because this is a very unique mechanic boss, right? Most bosses are not like this, and you can even see the bonus health that she's granted to her team, because that light green at the end of the HP bars, that is going to be that bonus health that Velara has stolen from the boss and provided to her entire team. But along with that, attack is also being provided, defenses are provided, so all of those things. So this is proof of concept that Velara is definitely going to be meta for at least one of the Dream Realm bosses, at least in pre-Endless. We don't know if it's going to carry over to Endless. We don't know if she's going to be good in other Dream Realm bosses. But as of right now, Velara is in the best team for Nocturne Judicator, which is already a reason that you want to begin thinking about maybe it's time to save up and plan to recruit for her. But like I said, I do not recommend recruiting for her until we know the full rotation of all the bosses. Unless you have plenty of resources and you're just able to, like, I'll recruit for her immediately because I'm also want to use her in Dream Realm for testing. But as for a PvP hero, she's not a good PvP hero from the testing so far, because she takes too long to charge up. So in PvP, I would not recommend Paragon upgrading her. Like, even if you're going to use her in Dream Realm, try to just use her at Supreme Plus. That is pretty much her maximum potential. I would not recommend investing Paragon into her, especially because we're so early on in the season. There are a lot of other heroes to come. And for AFK stages, Velara has been used in AFK stages, even on the VN server on my viewer's account. However, what he told me is that in a stage which has Velara as recommended in the formation, he just swaps out Velara for Carolina, and it's also working easily for him to clear it. And he's pushed hard, like you guys saw on his account, I think 1,300 AFK stage progress, or even above that. So he's pushed really hard, and he hasn't needed Velara for it. However, Velara is seeing some use in AFK stages as well. So overall, Velara is a good hero. Her nerf hits her a little bit hard, but honestly not that hard at all. I still think she's going to be a meta support for some Dream Realm bosses, and so definitely something to save up for if you want to maximize your scores in Dream Realm. Anyway guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything else you want to talk about regarding Velara, feel free to share it in the comment section down below. But thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video, and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.